So I've started editing and I forgot to do this bit. Hello and welcome to Thehayteamtv. So that's why I am doing that now, because I forgot to do it the other day when I shot this video. If you haven't yet done so, please hit subscribe. To all of you, I'm starting the day off. As you can see by my back window here, and there, and over there. It is absolutely plastered. So the other day when I was out, because it's cold at the moment, every time the roads get gritted, basically the grit ends up, especially on fast tracks, flicking right up over the back window. So now I'm about to go compost spreading out at the compost yard again, and I can't see a damn thing behind me. I've only got mirrors. So unfortunately, which is a bit unusual for me, I'm actually going to wash the back window of my fast track so I can see. HRS, he is off hedge trimming. We are close to finishing both those two jobs. So then we'll just be looking forward to rolling in the spring. At the same time as that, I've washed my deck weight off as well, which, as you noticed in a video recently, I nicknamed the Tombstone. If you don't know the reference to the Tombstone, that was from a movie of Death Race, where they have a great big bit of steel on the back of the car, which gets shot out by a machine gun. Well, that's a big ass bit of steel, but it don't get shot out by a machine gun. But I like calling it Tombstone. Anyway, as Adam the other day realised that his fast track burns one hell of a lot less fuel with it off when he drives off on some of his long journeys, I thought as well, as soon as I finish stung spreading, I just will take it off as well. It's done. If they come on and off often, they shouldn't take as long to take on and off in the future, if you know what I mean. I'm just leaving. So, it's HRS. Oh, he's going so slow. Come on, Ad. God, bloody Newhollands. You're in the bloody way. Big boss man's out to pick me up, take me back for the other tractor. I'll just put this one about here, ready to load. From one vehicle to another. Just whip my spikes off this one, get my bucket back on, and then take this one out to the compost yard as well. Only problem with having farms at different sites is moving key around. But it's much, I think, I don't know. Here's a question, it's literally just popped in my head. Who has separate farms and who has all this stuff in one place or on one site? And do you prefer it all on one site, or would you prefer it split up a bit? Let me know what you think. Sometimes I wish it was all in one place, but other times I'm sort of glad that it is split up. It's one of those. I don't know. What do you not think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'm going to drive one out there and start loading up.
Just doing a little bit of contract trimming now for a riding stable just down the road from us. I've left it till later on today because I had to do their lane, which is really, really tight. they can hardly get the tractor down. So I left it late, so they're closing up now, there's not much going on down there. So it was easier to trim at this sort of time of night, purely because it is an absolute ball ache if you meet people in cars or their horse lorries or anything like that to reverse all the way back up again. It's a nightmare. So we've just got this little edge to do here. I did a 14-acre field earlier on, which you probably would have saw me a bit of time lapsing. So that was all done now. We're cracking on. We are cracking on, which is good. Whether we'll get it all done, I have no idea. I'd like to think we would, but we are seriously running out of time now. That wet spell we had in December, and some of this month really, has knocked us back a bit. And one of our fields that we've got to get to, the outside on the road hedge, is going to be a bit of a ball ache because they decided to put traffic lights there because the wall's falling down opposite our field. So I don't know how long we've got traffic lights for there, but that's going to be a ball ache to trim because you just have cars in the way. Oh, who knows of it? They just stick up traffic lights and forget about it for ages. Only a tiny little wall that's fallen over, subsidence. But no, they'll have it by the time they do all the inspections and that. It's bound to be there by the time we come to do harvest, because you just know that's what's going to happen. But there we go. So yeah, I'm doing this hedge, and then that's enough for me today. This is done. It's all neat and done. Looks a bit better.
night spreading and it's wet. We had rain last night, even though the roads are dry now. We had like a bit of wind today that sort of dried them out. But I'm just going back in this field now. Gateway is looking, well, give me a second, I'll show you what the gateway looks like. Gateway looks like that. That's not really good, is it? So yeah, I've only been in this field once. Only once, and it's that bad in the gateway already. Not good. Just give me a second, I've just got to put things in low range. Whack my PEO up, and then we can chat. Diff. I've got diff on already, just to get out the gateway. But we've got to get our done out now, else we will end up bringing it back in with hay haylage, which is not what we want. Now, a lot of our farm is wet, so, and especially this time of year, which is not the ideal time of year to spread drone, but it's just what we've got to do. So on times like this, what I call snake the field. So I will go along the top, and then I'll cut down like 2-3 spreader widths, and then I'll go back across, and then I'll do the same thing, and I'll sort of zig-zag or snake down the field, which each time I go down and down the cut, I'm losing weight with the spreader, so I'm then not taking a full load done down the bottom of the field. By the time I get to the bottom, I'm empty, so then I can pull up over with an empty spreader. With, at the moment, being that my tyres are not the best, because I've got Adam's old worn ones, and they're worn on one side, so they give me terrible traction. So that helps me stop cutting in quite so badly. Sometimes you do have a bit of a cut in on an end, because as the tractor turns around it's fine, but as the spreader comes around on some of the slopes, the spreader just ends up falling away. So that there usually, fingers crossed, sorts out all the problems. It's also dark as well, so that doesn't help me seeing what is going on the ground. Field I'm in at the moment though is not too bad, in the fact it's really quite thick grass and it's acting quite well as carpet, other than the gateway, which the gateway looks horrendous. That gateway always does all the water though. But for only being in the field, like coming in here once already, it does look a bit messed up already. But can't be helped. I can't even blame Adam for coming in here with extra because he hasn't been through that gateway with extra. But it is pouring out the back here. I'm up there in the field now ready to spread anyway. Now, this stuff also, unfortunately, the compost we got, because we've had so much rain, is actually quite heavy at the moment. Usually it's lovely, light and fluffy. The only downside is, as I said the other day, it just, well, that had to do that there. As it doesn't spread, or it chops up so well, it doesn't take long to come out spreading. So the other thing I have to do is drive faster with it. But it is absolutely pouring. Anyone else got any other tricks on a really wet ground? Normally I wouldn't have to concentrate quite so much on it and do certain things because I colours. So every now and again, if I think it's pretty low, he's got to open that window just to check we're still spreading anything. So among the critics, I'm sorry if that made your noise. I can't help it because I've got to see. But it is quite a stunning evening. Got a clear sky for once. Stars are pretty bright out. Makes a change other than cloud cover. And to my reckoning in the compost yard, I've got about 2 loads left. Fingers crossed. And then that's pretty much all of it out. This field needs one more load, which I'm a bit going on, so maybe I was going to cover it. But this field always seems to more I think it should. And the reason I don't want to bring 2 in here, because obviously it's sort of big, I don't really want to bring them up much more. There it is. Last load. Got them in the end. It's about 11:35 o'clock. And I've run out of compost. I've got more area that I could do with something. But I've run out at the moment. Hopefully there might be a bit more done from the cow yard to go out somewhere. But other than that, is it. Got loads of repainting. By doing little jobs like big jobs like this, I have got so far behind baling. It's just not even funny. So that is going to be what I've got to do for a little while, amongst other odd jobs. A heap of gateways today. And no, I haven't hit all the gateways this year. It has been like a ongoing thing. But also, when I get to doing gateways, it's not all been hit by any of us. We used a lot of like proper tantalised posts, and they're all crap. And they've literally rotted out within 10 years. All the ones that have lasted are like old railway sleepers or steel posts. Those, absolutely fine. But the rest, is just rubbish. But I'm not going to hold any of you up any longer. So if you haven't done so, please hit subscribe. That would be most appreciated by myself and HRS. If you want to see any more of us, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.